Bro, my car died on me out of nowhere, y'all. Bro, what have I done to deserve this, bro? I've not offended anybody in life to deserve this kind of bullshit. My fucking car out of nowhere on the highway, bro. I was just cruising, and my fucking motor, bro, and my motor just died on me. What is going on? I just got this motherfucking, I just had the fuel injectors changed, and this out of nowhere. Like I'm on the side of the highway right now. I'm stuck. My car would not start. I didn't hit nothing, and man, bro, what have I've not done nothing in life to deserve this, man. Fuck me, bro. Why, man? Why car? Oh my god. I'm not something to you. Huh? I'm not something to you. It doesn't matter to me. It's still the future. It's still the future. No, it's just messing around like that. I was not necessarily to buy any turbo car in the future. One came out of the design. I don't know, but turbo is going to be near. Sorry, joke. Je vais te souvent la mienne. Right now. Thank you. I think that's good. That's right. Based on that first video y'all saw, the worst happened. The worst finally happened. The one thing I was trying to prevent this whole time, my last two previous video, if y'all seen that shit, y'all know that the Mustang had problems, and I was trying to fix those problems just to prevent what just happened right now. I mean, not right now, a few months ago, and the Mustang pretty much blew up. Yeah, it blew up on the highway. Pretty much just cruising on the highway, cruising with a GT, cruising with my homies, and the car basically just blew up out of nowhere. And it was right after I pretty much fixed most of the problems. And I think most likely what blew up the motor is probably my tune. This right here, the Bama tune. I have a strong feeling this tune was probably the major reason why the car blew up, because the car blew up right after I fixed all its issues. If y'all seen my last two videos, I mean, y'all can go check it out. I'm gonna give y'all like a brief breakdown of pretty much what happened to the car, what was going on with it, what problems it had, and pretty much all the problems that the car had, I basically fixed all of it. I fixed all of it and it still blew up, which makes me believe it got to be this tune. It has to be this tune right here that basically blew up the car. And I've been trying to make this video for a while. Y'all have noticed I haven't posted in a month, and that's because the car blew up in December 23rd, like that last day of December. So pretty much last day of 2020 is when the car blew up. And I have not, so I have not felt right. If you're a car enthusiast, you like cars, losing your car in that kind of way, in an accident or motor blowing up, that's, it's the worst feeling ever. It's I have not honestly felt right. I've just recently started feeling good, and that's why I decided to make this video, just to really talk about this tune and really just talk about like modifying these cars, really like buying these cars and modifying them. Really just want to talk y'all about, how y'all should be really careful with these fucking things, bro. With these tunes, these preloaded tunes, they're not really that good. They're not as good as you think they are. You know what I'm saying? First, let me just talk about pretty much. I'll just give y'all like a brief breakdown of pretty much what was wrong with the car. What was wrong with the car? First, when I bought the car, I bought the car in April, 1st of April. I didn't really start modding it until like summer of last year. So I drove it for a while. I drove it stock for a pretty decent while. First mod that I did to it was a cold air intake. No issues, worked pretty fine. Everything was good, sounded good. Maybe a bit of performance. I didn't really notice any of that, but the car was working pretty decent. It was working fine, no issues, nothing, none of that. My second mod after that was actually I got an intake and a throttle body. So I had the throttle body and the intake at the same time, and the car had no issues. It was working perfectly fine. The second mod that I got after that was a catback exhaust. It was a CNL catback exhaust. There's actually a video. I actually have a video of the exhaust system if y'all want to hear that. It was a CL catback exhaust. It was pretty much the cheapest catback exhaust you can get. Shit was like $500. So one of the cheapest catback exhausts that you can get. And got that on there, and it sounded pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Most people like it. Most people watch the videos. A lot of people watch the videos because I was pretty much, I think I was the only YouTuber that had the exhaust for that video. I say YouTuber, I'm not a YouTuber. I was pretty much the only one that had the video of that exhaust on my YouTube channel, so hella people watched it, trying to get the exhaust. They wanted to know what it sounded like. There was no video of the exhaust when I was buying it, so that's why I made that video. So in case other people wanted to buy the exhaust, they watch my video, they see what the shit sound like, you know what I'm saying? And after that, I pretty much drove the car for maybe about a month stock with that mod, like the intake and the exhaust. I had springs and all that stuff, but I don't think that really has anything to do with blowing up the car. So after that, the car had no issues. I'm telling you, at this point in time, with the intake and the exhaust, no issues. Perfectly fine, no check engine light, nothing. Then I was like, you know what? Car seems fine, no problems. It's not giving me any issue. I might as well step it up. You know what I'm saying? I decided to get a CVF 3-inch catback, 3-inch high flow catted downpipe. So it was a catted downpipe. I had a catted downpipe on my car, and I decided that I would just get that. You know what I'm saying? I got the downpipe. The next day, I got my first check engine light. The first check engine light that I ever got in that car. And at first I was like, it's a catted downpipe. It still have the cats in there. Because I was confused. I'm new to this car shit. I'm new to like modifying cars like that. I thought if you go catless, you get a check engine light. If you go catted downpipe, you don't get the check engine light because the cats are still there and the sensors are still there. So I was like, I'm out here like, what's good? What's going on with the check engine light? So I reached out to American Muscle, which is where I pretty much bought all my mods from. I told him about the check engine light, all that nonsense. And the dude that I was talking to at that time period, he told me that I had hella mods on the car. Guess what he said? Those were his words. I had a lot of mods on the car, and I needed a tune. Mind you, at this point, I wasn't really thinking about getting the tune. I mean, I knew at some point I was gonna need it, but I wasn't really thinking about getting it right then and then. But he told me I needed a tune. So I was like, I already see I was gonna get a tune anyways, and the tune that I was thinking about getting was a carb access port tune. I was not thinking about getting Bama tune. I didn't want this tune. But the dude that I was talking to on the phone from American Muscle, he told me this would be the best tune for my setup, for the things that I have on it. He told me if I pretty much get this tune, the problems, you know what I'm saying, the car will be working fine. And it's not like the car wasn't working fine to begin with. It just had a check engine light. That was it. And I was like, you know what? Say less. I'll get the tune. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking in my head, why would they recommend me? Because this tune is actually cheaper than the tune that I wanted to get. So I was like, why would they recommend me a cheaper tune when they could have just made me get the more expensive thing? But they told me this was what my car needed. And I was like, screw it. I'll get this tune. Ordered the tune. A few days it came through. You know what I'm saying? The installation was a bit annoying. You got to like update the tune and then do some stuff on the computer. And then they got to download the tune and email it to you. And then you got to give them like the details and all that. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, you probably know all of this already. But fast forward all of that, I got the tune, plugged it into the car, and the tune was working. It actually worked because I test drove the car and the car exceeded the speed limiter, because this tune actually cancels the speed limiters, and it worked. The car actually went faster. It exceeded the speed limiter, but it wasn't quicker. It was just faster. That's it. The car was faster, but it wasn't quicker. My 0 to 60s were even slower than stock. Like, this car was slower when I got the tune. So I was confused. That's when I made a video talking about drag racing a Camaro, and I lost that race. I reached out to American Muscle again, but this time I reached out to these guys, Bama Tune, and it wasn't actually American Muscle now. It was these guys that answered the phone. Bama Tune, their tuners and all that stuff. And this was his words. He said that I didn't even really need a tune. Yeah, one guy said from American Muscle that I needed a tune. These guys from Bama Tune says, based on my setup, that I don't really need a tune, that the car can pretty much drive normal without a tune. So I'm thinking, all right, I got a tune already, so ain't no point to that. I have a tune. What's wrong with the car? I used the tune to read a bunch of codes on the car. It turns out that I have 2 check engine code that's not supposed to be there. Besides from the downpipe, I have 2 more check engine code that's not supposed to be there, which is I pretty much made a video about this, which is a fuel sensor problem, and internal control performance, like torque performance module problem. I'm not really sure, but it was something about like the torque not being like calculated right. And those are the 2 problems. I thought changing the fuel sensor, like the fuel sensor in the engine bay, I thought changing that was gonna fix the problem. That didn't fix the problem. Turns out that my fuel sensor wires, like the wires, they were the ones that had the problem. So I pretty much got that fixed, and the car was pretty good for a while, you know. Got that fixed, car was good, and another problem came on. A check engine light came out again, and this time it had a fuel delivery problem. I'm thinking, fuel delivery problem. This car did not have any of these issues before I got this tune. I had none of these issues before I got this tune. Got the tune, and almost that same week, maybe 2 weeks later, I started getting problems. I started getting fuel delivery problems, fuel sensor problems out of nowhere. Like, mind you, I drove this car for almost 5 months with intakes, with an exhaust, no problem. I'm talking, I've pushed it, top speed, all of that. I suddenly get a tune, and the car starts messing up. It doesn't know what's going on no more. Fuel delivery problem, fuel sensor problem. It's not sure what's going on. I took it to an auto shop. They told me that the fuel injectors were bad. Like, because the Ecoboost, they come with 4 fuel injectors. They told me 3 of them weren't good. Just to be sure, I took it to another mechanic shop. Same problem. So I decided to make the move. I changed all the 4 fuel injectors. And right after I did that, the check engine light went away. No check engine light, nothing. You know what I'm saying? The only check engine light that popped up was for the downpipes, and that's supposed to show up because this tune bypassed that. So the downpipe's supposed to show up. And I was like, we good. Everything works, right? Decide, let's go for a test drive. On this same day, on the 31st, I decided to go for a test drive. A day after I got the fuel injectors changed. I'm telling you, no problem, nothing. The night before I went for a test drive, I actually did a massive burnout with the car. No problem. If the car was gonna blow up during that time I did a massive burnout, it should have blown up, but it didn't. I still drove alone that day, perfectly fine, no issues. I go for a test drive. I pushed the car for a good minute. You know what I'm saying? I was on the highway. I was pushing the car downshift. You know what I'm saying? I even did a little racing with a little Honda Civic or some shit, and the car was good. You know what I'm saying? No issues. I was happy. You know what I'm saying? The car is good. Fix the problems. My car's gonna perform good. Let's enjoy this ride, right? My last run. You know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck it. Let me go home. I'm about to get off the highway. Suddenly, a GT, a Mustang GT, same body style as mine, same color too, which is funny. Same color, same body style. He just started speeding by. I was like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? You know, you already know as a car guy, you know what I'm saying? Another car guy drive by, you know what I'm saying? You got to chase after him. It's just the rule. I don't make the rules, I just follow them. You got to chase after him. I chased after him. We cruising for a minute. Traffic was high, hella traffic, so we couldn't even really do nothing. We can't do no runs, no pools. I was like, you know what? It's hella traffic. We can't really have fun. And he already knew this. It was like, fucking hella traffic, fuck, we can't really do nothing. So, in fourth gear, I was like, let me get off the highway. We can't race, we can't do nothing. Let's just get off the highway. I'm getting off the highway. I tap on it a little bit, and bam, motor blows up out of nowhere. No warnings, no check engine lights, no sounds, no issues with it, nothing. Just out of nowhere, bam, the motor just blew up. I was confused. Like, I didn't even know what to do. I just sat there for a minute on the side of the highway, didn't know what to do. Motor blew up. And yeah, that was it. So that's basically it. You know what I'm saying? That's how it all happened. That's basically the story with my Mustang Ecoboost. The car is gone now. I had a lot of plans, like a lot of content that I wanted to make with the car, and with the car gone, I can't really make no content. This is my daily right here. Can't really do nothing much with your daily, but you know, pretty much for the next 2 months, the channel is pretty much gonna be slow. I'm still gonna be, you know, I'm still a car enthusiast and art. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Maybe it's the tune, maybe it's not the tune, maybe it's bad luck. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna do something with this channel in the future. You know, at the end of the day, I am a young guy. I'm 20 years old. Working, you know what I'm saying? I work at FedEx, so I couldn't afford to do the engine swap. The engine swap on the Ecoboost would have been like 7 bands, and you know, working at FedEx, you ain't got 7 bands lying around, bro. So I pretty much just sold the car. You know what I'm saying? I had to let go. Sold the body, and pretty much right now I'm just grinding to get some money together, get something else, maybe a Camaro, maybe a Challenger, something just to replace the car with. And till then, basically this channel is gonna be dead. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the people that are subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Like 30-something subscribers, man. That's cool, bro. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even expecting people to really be subscribing like that, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all fucking with it. Y'all fucking with the channel. You know what I'm saying? I got hella, you know what I'm saying? I got hella shit I want to do with this channel in the future. We just starting. It's just a starting YouTube channel. Barely got shit, you know what I'm saying? Barely got anything done yet, but yeah, it is what it is, man. My next video will most likely just be me unveiling my next car. I don't know when that's gonna be, maybe 2-3 months from now, who knows? But you guys already know, man. That's just what I wanted to tell y'all, man. Y'all be careful with these tunes, man. Like the tunes and all of that. So my advice to any young guy like me, you know what I'm saying, you're between the age of like 16 to like something, and you like new to the car scene and new to modifying cars and new to all of that, I would advise not to really like tune your car, you know what I'm saying, not to really modify it to that level, you know, an intake and exhaust, some wheels and some lowering springs, enjoy it like that, you know what I'm saying. Like, I mean, if you want to do it, you're not gonna listen to this anyway, but you know, if you're thinking about, you know, getting a tune or getting one of these, I would advise you to really stay away from these things, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you can genuinely, you know what you're doing, you can afford to do an engine swap if your car does blow up. You gotta have that in the back of your mind. Hey, if this car blow up, can I afford to fix it? If your answer is no, you're a young guy, you saved up all your life, you know what I'm saying? You saved up for years of your life to afford this car. You don't want to lose it. You don't want to be a dumbass like me. You don't want to lose it. My dad warned me. Always listen to your parents, guys. My dad warned me. He told me, hey, don't mess with these engines, man. Don't mess with these cars. Don't tune none of this. The car might, hey, if something happened to the motor, hey, all of this. I'm thinking, Dad, I know what I'm doing. I'm a car guy. I've watched a bunch. Lesson learned. You know what I'm saying? You think you know a lot? Nah, bro, you don't. At the end of the day, these manufacturers, the people that make these mods, they're business. They're business at the end of the day, and their main purpose is to sell. They're gonna tell you it's good. They're gonna tell you it's good. They're gonna tell you it works fine. They're gonna tell you no issues till your fucking motor blows up. And it's not their problem. They don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, they sold you a part. They don't fucking care. And I'm just telling you, as a starting dumbass into this beginner car into your YouTuber, do not tune your motors, bro. Do not tune your motors unless you've done this for a while. You're experienced. You know, you have a guidance. You know somebody that knows this. Besides from that, go as simple as possible. An exhaust, maybe an intake if it doesn't require a tune, just to get that intake sound. Lowering springs, wheels, tires, cosmetic shit. People will call you a racer. Fuck them niggas. You know, most of them don't even got a car. But people are gonna say slow, stock, whatever. Who cares, right? You're new to this shit. You should take your time. Don't be too in a hurry. Don't be like me. Don't try to modify these cars quickly, and then you end up without a car. You know, I still got a car, but you know, you might not be like me and not have a car. So that's basically it. Appreciate y'all for watching. See you in the next video. Hopefully y'all gonna like what I get next. Peace.